really do not understand why. Why is this happening? Yul Edochie, what is really going on? What is really going on? What is really going on? What is really happening here? Look at May. With all that has happened, she has kept her cool. She has kept her head up. In the midst of turbulence, she kept her cool. Well, what you're about to hear will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. This is serious. This is serious. I mean, how else can someone, how more can you be nice? How more can you be nice? What can you do to protect yourself from being taken advantage of? Look at me. Look at what she has gone through. Look at how she has positioned herself. Yul Edochie. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing has happened again. You know, there is something I don't really understand about Yul Edochie. I don't really understand. At times, I am forced to think that Yul Edochie has bipolar. At times, I am forced to think Yul Edochie is bipolar because it is not clear. It is not clear. It is not clear. The spirit that lives inside Yul Edochie. I'll tell you why I'm saying this. You see, Yul Edochie will come on social media, gallivanting, hyping himself with Mr. Obasi's wife, Judy. And within a space of few days, he will begin to look for ways to contact me. I'm kind of thinking that this guy is truly a polygamist. He's hell-bent on polygamy. He's hell-bent on polygamy. He said, polygamy, here I come. Polygamy, this is me. Polygamy, take me. Polygamy, I belong to you. Polygamy, I am available. Is this by force? Is it by force? I don't really understand. Is it by force? I don't really know why Yul Edochie keeps doing this thing. You have tried several means and ways. She has remained resolute, unshaking. You have tried to force her to speak, to say certain things that you can use against her. But she is smart. She has kept her cool. You see, it's not like she cannot speak, but she prefers to speak to the four walls of her room. No evidence. Rather than now becoming a nuisance on social media. It's not as if she's not a human being. She's a human being. She's not a superwoman. No, not at all. She's a human being that feels pain. She feels pain. But rather, she's more of a disciplined person than you, Yul Edochie. You have to decide what you want. I thought you guys are now skit makers. You're skit makers. So why are you disturbing an entrepreneur? She's not a skit maker. Because I don't really understand. Before I proceed, I want you guys to like and share. Tap on the subscribe button if you're just coming across this channel. And I want to say a very big thank you to returning subscribers and those that have been here. To those that have tapped on the thanks button to encourage this channel to do more, I say a very big thank you to you. May God replenish your pockets. And if you want to do more, you can as well tap on that thanks button. Now, let us be sincere. Let us tell ourselves the truth. You see, May, regardless of how hurt she is, she does not want Yul Edochie to be locked up, put in prison. If Yul Edochie is locked up and put in prison, obviously, the narrative will change. People will look at her like, wait, is it by force? Are you the only one? So she knows what to do and She is only interested in keeping to herself some of the things that both of them hustled for, knowing fully what she imputed in getting these things. The effort she put in, money she put in, time she put in, everything she put into it. She knows. So that's all she's interested in. Like, look, it's okay. Since you want out, you cannot take my sweat. In fact, even your own sweat, you have to leave it for your children. That's what she's interested in. The bigamy of a thing and all of that, she's not ready to put Yul Edochie in prison. No, not at all. No, not at all. She's not ready for that. She's not going to, of course, Yul Edochie deserves whatever lawsuit for what he did. Anyway, the update is this. Yul Edochie has been trying to connect to May via phone call, calling. And she has not been picking up the call. The reason for their access, like both of them could access each other's, is because of her traveling. Since Yul Edochie said, how can you leave my kids? Blah, 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 blah. I have no access to this. I have no access to that. This and this and that. Danielle, she's in school. I need to speak to my other kids. So they had the kind of understanding between them. After all, it's just a simple thing. She can as well get a SIM card and give Yul Edochie that number, or keep the number that she had before and get other numbers. Don't forget, you always see her with 2 phones, and some of these phones can be dual SIM. So she knows what to do. So Yul Edochie has been calling constantly, and since May is not picking up calls, he decided to land Lagos once again. He landed Lagos hoping to see May, but he did not do what he did in back then. Back then he went with Judy, hoping to beg her, like, forgive us for we have sinned against you. We were just skit making, blah blah blah. This time around he went hoping to see May. Now there is something that I need you guys to understand. Apart from him, not able to go close to where May is, hoping that both of them, he knows certain things about May, like she goes to this place on so day and all of that. Hoping that they will just meet, like, accident, like, hey May, how are you? I have been calling you. I just came around Lagos, that kind of game. The thing is this: when Yul Edochie is around May, his mind functions properly at times. Although at the beginning it was not like that. When he started this polygamy of a thing, he was acting like a wild animal, because the spell and that pressure to be a man, that kind of thinking that his father has put on his mind, that this is how to be a man. He thought being a wild animal will make him a man. At that time, before the court said, hey mister, you cannot come close to her, you have to give her space. But when you compare and contrast, you see that when he's around Judy, he acts like a man, like an imbecile. He acts like he's not okay. He acts like he's out of order. But when he's with May, around May, he behaves differently. I have always said, may we not lose it, may we not miss it at the final point, when everything we've worked for, hustled for, prepared, when we are now supposed to prepare, like work towards retiring. That's where we want to start giving ourselves a headache. The headache that you should have given yourself earlier. You got it right at the beginning. You now decided to get it wrong when you are close to the end of the race. So sad. So sad. So sad. So sad. This is what Yul Edochie did to himself. He did it to himself. Well, the thing is this. Yul Edochie, you've not acted like a proper father. I could remember back then, there is nothing that they didn't do to your daughter, Danielle. You never came up to say anything to defend. Not at all. You didn't say nothing. You didn't defend her publicly. You didn't defend anything that has to do with your first family. Even the demise of your son, you cared less about it. But if anyone says anything about Judy Austin, you are quick to jump. You are quick to respond to your auntie. You are quick to say, are you normal? You are not normal, Yul Edochie. So why are you disturbing me? Why are you jumping here and there? Even if she wanted to accept back and said, okay, once you repent and you cut off from Judy Austin, everything will be fine. If she wanted to do this before, it is too late now, because you have shown more venom. You have shown that you are not normal. And she is not interested in living with someone who is not normal. What if you bite her neck when she's asleep? Because you are behaving like someone who is bipolar. Like, you are not normal. You're not okay. Today, you are. At times, one will be wondering if you cannot separate your movie scene, your script, and reality. All that you have done is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Let us even say you don't want anything to do with me. You mean Kambili Chukwu offended you? You mean Daniel offended you? Your children offended you? And you did all that you did? Like, seriously? You hurt your kids by saying their brother that passed away means nothing to you. Obviously, if they have the opportunity, they will erase your name totally, not just Daniel. Officially erase your name from, because you have proven to them, shown to them that you are not a good person.